Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a review for the brand new Simpsons Tapped Out episode tie-in for the episode, the start of the Backstage, of course the premiere of season 33. Now, I want to do a separate video talking about the season 33 prize track as a whole and kind of my opinions on it, and so yeah. This one, I'm just going to focus solely on the first part, which is the tie-in for the episode, the start of the Backstage, or our start of the Backstage. So, yeah, let's get into it. We're going to talk briefly about how to get the prize and my opinions on the sort of structure of this kind of minor event. And then I'm going to talk about how it related to the episode, did they add the right thing, and then we'll finally talk about the actual content itself. So let's start it off by talking about how you unlock the prize. So yeah, basically it is structured quite similar to a mini event. It's like basically a one part, like a one, when you have all the each acts in a mini event, you obviously have the different parts. It's kind of like one part of a mini update, which is a bit disappointing. I wish they kind of did something a bit different to switch it up, but at least it keeps it simple. I mean, it's fairly easy to get. All you have to do is send the characters to unlock the stars, and then you send a bunch of characters on different quests, if you own them, to do, various different things. And that's how you unlock the character for this. Yeah, like I said, I kind of wish they switched it up with the structure, but I mean, I presume this is going to be the same for all the different episode tie-ins we're going to be getting, so I'm happy enough with it. At least it's not too difficult, it's fairly easy, so that's a plus as well. So in terms of the structure and how you unlock the prize, I'm kind of fine with it. How did this event relate to the episode, and did they add the right thing? So often I find that episode tie-ins, the reason why I kind of wanted to make this like a part of the video and the part of the review, is often I find sometimes episode tie-ins, the ones we've had in the past, they haven't always added the right thing in my opinion. This one, however, I think they added the best thing, for sure. Sasha Reed is obviously a main focus of the episode. I watched the episode just before doing this review so I could make sure. But yeah, Sasha was like a massive part, a major part of this episode. It's all based on Marge wanting to relive her high school play when she was a stage manager for like a Y2K play, which is so funny considering that The Simpsons was like, lived through the 90s and 2000s, but basically Marge wants to relive that play, and so Sasha Reed is basically a retcon character. She was in their high school the whole time, but I mean the character was, like I said, a main focus. Despite my opinions of the episode, I didn't think it was great. The character was obviously a massive part of the episode, so it made sense to add her. Don't worry though, I will be doing a video. What I used to do for episode tie-ins is I always did a video basically talking about what they missed, like what items they missed and what items they could have also added. And I will be doing that video for all the season premieres, in fact. And so I'll do one of those based on the this episode, of course, and then probably all the episodes to come, which is actually quite fun. So a new series I can kind of revive, or an old series I can revive, in fact. But yeah, in terms of how it relates to the episode, I feel like they picked the best thing. Obviously, they tend to pick one thing anyway. I would have liked it if they picked multiple things, don't get me wrong. I almost think that maybe making like a very easy to complete mini update could be quite interesting. So like we get Sasha Reed maybe is the first prize, and then we get like a different prize as the second prize, and they could just keep it short and sweet. They could just make it like 3 prizes. They don't have to make it like 5, but that could be kind of interesting, and then just make it easier to get the stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain too much because we're getting episode tie-ins again, which is so awesome. So although I would like it to be grander, this is still a lot, basically. So yeah, I'm very happy with how it related to the episode. And then of course we have Sasha as a character, Sasha Reed. So okay, let's talk about Sasha Reed. So personally, I wasn't thrilled with her questline. I think it was alright. I actually played the questline before watching the episode, so maybe that had some bearing on my opinion, but essentially the questline wasn't anything too special. It was for only 3 parts, I believe, as well, which was a bit underwhelming. I don't know what happened to doing 5-part quest lines. They used to do it all the time, and then they kind of brought it back for a bit, and now they've appeared to abandon it again, which is a bit annoying in my opinion. I feel like they fleshed the character out a bit more, and that's what sometimes sells a character to me, like a really cool quest line. In terms of the animations, they're not great. One of them, she's like got like a notebook or something, and she's kind of like shouting about, and the other's like a random NPC spawns for, and sometimes like the little NPC ones I'm not like a huge fan of. She's basically, I think she got like an image or something. She's like lampooning this dude with an image. I don't know. Sometimes, and it's not even like the NPC appears in the episode. I had a look because I was like, okay, maybe that NPC appears in the episode, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. So that is a bit annoying. Yeah, like I said, not a massive fan of her character, really. I feel it's cool that we got it, but I think her as a standalone character, she's a bit underwhelming. It's not really one I care for, and I'm probably going to forget. She's so forgettable as well. She's quite generic, really. Yeah. Not really much more to say. Kind of crappy quest line, kind of crappy animation. The character doesn't have voice, so you don't have that little extra bonus. Obviously, because it's guest starred, I realise why. But still, the character, for me, wasn't all that great, to be honest. So, don't get me wrong, it's still cool we got the season 33 premiere tie-in. Like, I still think Sasha Reed was the right character. I wish maybe they did something a bit different with her questline, and maybe some more interesting animations. I feel like in the episode, she kind of like comes off the stage on like a rope when she's first introduced. Something like that could be cool. Maybe including her different outfits that she wears in the episodes could have been awesome to see. Maybe actually have an animation with one of those outfits. I don't know if I presume that the tapped out creators, because they work with the writers and stuff, so I presume that they have like prior knowledge of the episode. They're not just like told, oh, this is a character Sasha Reed, make like a quest line around, like stage plays or some shit, something like that. Yeah, there wasn't many like, I don't know, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I feel like the rope animation could have been cool. I always like it when they take something from the character's episode, if they can, unless it's like a character that they physically can't do that for. I do like it when they actually take an animation from the show and then do something unique. That's what I tend to prefer, but they didn't do that. But the character is not all there. So overall, what are my opinions of this particular episode tie-in? I think it's a bit meh, personally. If I'm comparing it to old episode tie-ins, I think this one's like a bit meh. But then the other part of me is thinking, but we got episode tie-ins back, and this is the first one, so I've got to give it all the praise. I'm kind of like that, basically, on it. I'm very glad we got it, but I feel like the content we got wasn't the greatest. I just think the character wasn't great. But I like the structure for the most part. I like the fact that they picked the best thing from the episode. So there's definitely pros. But yeah, that is my review for the season premiere episode tie-in for, God, what's it called? The star of the Backstage, sorry. And yeah, obviously the next one we're going to be getting, I believe is, I'm not sure if it's for the next episode. The next episode's Bart in jail, and then I believe it's the Treehouse of Horror one after that. So, but I feel like the one on the wiki suggests that it's the Treehouse of Horror next. Yeah, oh no. I think we're skipping the next episode, but we're getting one for Treehouse of Horror. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, overall, very glad with this one. I think it's pretty awesome that we got this. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Gonna do a separate video, like I said, about just the whole season 33 season 33 prize track as a whole, and kind of talk about my opinions of it. But yeah, so that's it for this video. Tell me your thoughts on the update and Sasha Reed as a character, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.